So in this tutorial for the iPad, I'm simply going to talk to you about how you can find out how many apps you can have on your iPad. If you were to look at my screen that's in front of us, you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons available. Now notice I have 2 blank ones here. That's because I've chosen to have it that way. But I can actually have 20, so 4 times 5. I can have 20 apps or 20 folders. Each one of these guys is a folder on each screen that I have in my iPad. And so I can have 20 apps per page. Inside each folder, I can have 20 apps. So I can actually have 20 times 20 per page, and the iPad allows you to, I believe you can have up to 12 pages. So we're talking thousands and thousands of apps that you can actually store on your iPad. The question is, how much room do you have on your iPad? If you're putting music and videos and photos and apps on your iPad, you might not have that much room for thousands and thousands and thousands of apps. But just so you're aware, you can have a lot of apps on your iPad. Now, how do I know what apps are where? Each one of my iPad screens that I has is indicated down below here. You can see that a little bit by a dot. And the dot is illuminated. So I'm on page 1, and page 1 is illuminated. If I swipe my finger across the screen like that, you can see I've moved to the second dot. And I'll swipe one more time, and now I'm on the third dot. So I actually have 3 pages filled with apps. If I try to swipe any farther, I can't because there aren't any apps on an additional page. Now you might be looking at this and saying, hey, I see 4 dots. Well, the first dot isn't actually a dot. It is an icon for searching, and that is the icon for the Spotlight tool in the iPad, which I will be talking to you about in our next segment. But just so you know, now that you can have 20 apps or 20 folders, and each of those folders can contain 20 more apps. So your iPad can hold a lot of apps. So get out there, start looking, and find some good apps to store on your iPad.